G'day punters, Blake from the Leg Up Australia. Racing this weekend at Caulfield, we've got the Group 1 Memsie Stakes. Alizé looks very hard to beat in that one, but our focus is going to be at Rosehill, where they are currently racing on a good 4 surface. There is a little bit of rain forecast. Actually, there's more than a little bit of rain forecast. There's a lot of rain forecast over the next few days, so that good 4 surface could possibly turn into a slow track or even a heavy track. So just when you're doing your form, have a look out for that. We're probably going to be racing on at least a soft surface. So take that into account when doing your form. I am on a little bit of a run with my best bets. I've hit 4 in a row. On Wednesday, Fiery Red got the cash for us at $3.20. True Detective won last Saturday, all being on a protest, but that was $2.50. Rock won last Wednesday at $2.40, and prior to that, Pandemic won on Saturday at about $2.70. So that's 4 in a row. Hopefully I can go 5 in a row on Saturday. Let's get stuck into this meeting. I think the best bet of the day comes up in the 5th race. It is number 6, Maddi Rocks from the Chris Waller stable. Tommy Berry's in the saddle. She's drawn a little bit awkward in barrier 10, but over 1400 metres, she should be able to head forward and make her own luck on the speed. She trialled really nicely behind Royal Witness prior to her first up effort. That was behind Pandemic, in which she drew awkward over 1100 metres, had to go back, and she ran home in really good closing sectionals. 32.19 for her last 600 metres. Pandemic is a really nice horse in the making, and I think that form is better than the Subedar form, just because Pandemic showed what he can do that day, and he's higher up in the Caulfield Guineas market than Subedar, his stablemate, even though he is not nommed for that race. She won second up last preparation. That was a good effort. I think she suited perfectly up to 1400 metres, and as I said, Tommy Berry will probably head forward on her and make his own luck on the speed. I just think she's going to be really hard to beat, and I think that Chris Waller wants to get some black type into this filly, and this is a really good chance for him to do that. He's earmarked this race, and I just think she is going to be really hard to beat. So that is the best bet of the day for us, going for 5 in a row. Rosehill, race 7, number 6, Maddi Rocks from the Chris Waller stable. I think the hardest to beat at Rosehill on Saturday comes up in the 6th race. It is number 9, WOLFE from the Gay Waterhouse and Adrian Bott team. Tim Clark's in the saddle. He's drawn absolutely perfectly. He's going to make his own luck on the speed as always. First up was over 1800 metres, and he was very good. He sat outside his stablemate in Stampede. He had a big weight pull on that horse, and he proved too strong. He was a little bit soft in that final 100 metres, which looked good on the margin for the rest of the field. I think he had plenty on them that day, and I think he strips fitter for that effort. He won second up last preparation. By the way, how good was the call by Darren Flindell first up? Wolf goes to Stampede. He's huffing and puffing, and he blows away Stampede. It was something like that. I don't think I'm quite up to what Darren Flindell can do, but that was a great call, and this horse is going to be super hard to beat. Melbourne Cup nominations came out today, and he was in there, so he is a very promising stayer, and I think that this is the perfect progression to stakes class for him. I just have him racing on the speed and proving very hard to get past, especially seeing though he'll benefit from that first up run, and he won second up last preparation. So I'm happy to take the $2.90 about him, and I think he is one of the better bets of the day for us at Rosehill. So that is Rosehill, race 6, number 9, WOLFE from the Gay Waterhouse and Adrian Bott team. I think the value bet comes up in the 2nd race. It is number 1, Re-Edit from the Chris Waller stable. Samantha Clinton is in the saddle. She takes 2 off her back, so she comes in with 59 kilos. I think she's going to be really hard to beat. I absolutely loved her trial behind Grey Worm and Arcadia Queen. She was absolutely trucking in behind them and looked like she had plenty to offer. I think Chris is going to have her ready to fire first up over 1500 metres with a bit of residual fitness from Queensland. She did a lot of good things in her last preparation. First up at Hawkesbury, she won over 1500 metres and that was a strong win. And she progressed to stakes weight for age class behind Knedner, only getting beat 2 lengths. And Knedner won 2 Group 1s that preparation. She won the Group 1 Doomben Cup and she won the Group 1 Queen of the Turf. There was a tip around for this mare in the Queensland Derby. I think she started second favourite at about $5.50. She was probably tapered off and she was probably in need of a spell at that stage, so she didn't race up to expectations, but that suggests that she has plenty of class and she can come back and win over 1500 metres first up in a Fillies and Mares benchmark 78. I think she's really well placed after that trial and I just think she represents a little bit of value at about $6 for us. So that is the value bet of the day. Rosehill, race to number 1 re-edit from the Chris Waller stable. I think the roughie of the day comes up in the last race. I know she's not really a roughie, but she is double figure odds and I do think she will be right in the finish. That is Rosehill, race 9, number 5, Bleu Rouge from the Peter and Paul Snowden stable. She's drawn barrier 3, Kieran McAvoy's in the saddle, she maps absolutely perfectly, and this mare has won a stakes race in the past. She won the Group 3 Red Roses at Flemington over Causeway Girl and Merrill. She trialled absolutely perfectly twice. The first one she was out the back and not asked to do much, and then the second one was behind Libertini, and we saw what she did in the Group 2 Silver Shadow Stakes. She did get the better of Conte Partiro in that race, and she's come out and finished on the heels of the place getters in the Group 3 Show County. That was Deprive and Trope. So her trial form is good enough for this. She was really good first up last preparation and she has won first up in the past. So I just think she's going to be ready to go and I think she can bounce back at those double figure odds. I think she's going to be right in the finish, maps perfectly as I said, from the right yard and has trialled really nicely for this. So that is Rosehill, race 9, number 5, Bleu Rouge from the Peter and Paul Snowden stable. That's it from me. Hopefully we can find a couple of winners. Hopefully WOLFE is huffing and puffing and blowing his rivals away. Hopefully we can get 5 best bets in a row. But if you are going to have a bet on Saturday, please do so responsibly. And as always, good luck and good punting from the leg up.